The Nicki Minaj Kai Cenat collaboration. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This literally just screams, help, I need money. Please help me. Like, this is like, that was the time I realized these people are really struggling financially, huh? I want to bring up something that a lot of people aren't mentioning, but it has to do with celebrity culture and us beginning to disconnect from it. These celebrities rely on us for a paycheck. They really do. And with us withdrawing our money and our attention away from these celebrities, partnered with the fact that Universal Music Group just removed like entire people's discographies off of this app, they're desperate. The celebrities are desperate now. And I don't think you understand just how desperate celebrities are becoming. They're not guaranteed to have their bills paid just because they made a song now. It's much more than that. Many celebrities will not be trending on here anymore. And this applies especially to the Zionist celebrities. But when your fan base drops to zero and you have no way of making money, you're broke like the rest of us, right? Just know we're going to see a lot of celebrity collaborations now. A lot of celebrities, making ads for spam games. I'm going to witness a lot of celebrities become a shell of who they once were. A lot. I'm not even going to hold y'all. Nicki Minaj is, I think, one of the biggest examples of this, because I think not only is she impacted by Universal Music Group removing all of her music, not only is one of Nicki Minaj's album covers AI generated, but Nicki Minaj is going under fire for very obvious reasons. I won't get into all of them in this video, but just understand the flop of Pink Friday 2 is hitting her pockets hard. And again, there's endless examples. It's not only Nicki. It's actually like just about every celebrity. Not even exclusively in the music making world either. Like, for example, I think it's so surreal that Jake Paul is doing a collaboration with Rush Royale. Now, I'm not a Rush Royale player. I'm not going to hold y'all. But just about every ad I get with games that are not ad free, Rush Royale is one of them. And most of the time when you get a million ads for a game, it's probably spam. The Nicki Minaj Kai Cenat collaboration. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This literally just screams, help, I need money. Please help me. Like, this is like, that was the time I realized these people are really struggling financially, huh? And considering Kai Cenat, did an advertisement for Starbucks, mixed with the fact that Nicki Minaj is now falling into irrelevancy, it's like, you need money. You need our attention. You need our views. And again, this collaboration just really feels like that, because these two have literally nothing in common. At all. 0%. The Pink Friday 2 Roblox collaboration. I was eating a quesadilla with my girlfriend when I saw this on Roblox when I was like on my phone. And I was like, holy shit. She's suffering. She's so down bad when it comes to finances, because I'm not going to hold you, I didn't play this, but when you need to make a Roblox game mode to promote your album, I'm not going to hold y'all. You could just feel, she's like, please pay attention to me. Please give me money. Like, I think this is one of the big examples in recent history where it's like, what the fuck are you doing here? You know what I mean? The infamous Taylor Swift Selena Gomez attending a Gaza fundraiser. Not making one, not starting one, but attending somebody else's fundraiser. Again, just screams, please pay attention. I need you guys' money. Please. But I don't want to be on the right side of history at the same time. You know what I mean? I just find it to be laughable. These people need our attention. And when we don't give it to them, they are crumbling at the seams. I don't even know to get into detail about this point, but celebrities that endorse Israel and physically go to Israel, I promise you they did it for a paycheck. Again, a Zionist is a Zionist no matter what, but like, that is like also one of the biggest I need money moves I've ever seen as well. Tap dancing for the government for money is crazy. You know what I mean? When Usher said he stood with Israel and then did that one Jujutsu Kaisen collab recently. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all. I don't watch this anime. I haven't listened to Usher in like 10 years. But it's so obvious when you're like, yes, I need people to understand. I need money. Yes, I stand with Israel. And I don't want my audience to hate me, so here's an anime collaboration. It screams, I need your attention so bad. Please pay me attention. Again, remember, we hold a lot of power as civilians, as consumers, as people. Because ever since we've withdrawn our money, we've seen the craziest, most lame stunts from celebrities. And again, I feel like these celebrities, especially when they're not even talking about what's going on in our world, are just digging themselves a hole deeper and deeper and deeper into irrelevancy. There was a point in time where I thought all these celebrities were like unstoppable, completely unstoppable. But now I look, I'm like, wow, Selena Gomez needs my attention to be relevant. And when you think about it like that, again, celebrities as a whole just like start to crumble and fall apart. All of them. Because when you aren't doing silly TikTok dances to their music, when you aren't listening to their albums, when you aren't buying their merch, when you aren't selling out their shows, it does something to them. It makes them realize, I'm going to be poor again. Or be poor for the first time. And it's interesting because, at least since like our society was founded, celebrities just don't care. Like there was like an alluring thing about celebrities just not caring and just being bad bitches, as some people would say. But it's just like, you just won the capitalistic game, and now that capitalism is falling apart, what are you? And I feel like we're going to see a lot of identity crises moving forward as well. Again, with these weird advertisements, these weird publicity stunts, etc. I'm not going to hold y'all. This is an opinion. I think Taylor Swift and this whole football shenanigans is one of the most pointless things I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, no offense, but the NFL supports Israel. They're very open with it. And Taylor Swift going to these NFL events while being the top celebrity polluter in the world. And after being silent about what's going on in Palestine, it's just like, it just screams publicity stunt. Even if they're happy together, whatever. Like, I actually don't care about the relationship Taylor Swift is in. I just think that it's crazy that, again, a big part of Taylor Swift right now is being affiliated with the NFL. And that's it, right? I saw, like, there's, like, $65,000 tickets to watch the Super Bowl this year. And, again, it just makes me realize, damn, there are so many people who just rely on us, The NFL as a whole relies on us to be relevant as well. Because if we all stop watching one day, who pays their bills? It's the same concept. I will say, I do think it's sad that, like, capitalism has corrupted people's minds so much that money takes precedence over people. But I will say a lot of celebrities are beginning to get a reality check because they're running out of checks. And I think that's very interesting. Last thing I want to say, this is just an observation at this point. Most celebrities are openly Republican. When celebrities choose not to comment on very real issues, when celebrities get a check for standing in solidarity with corruption, for example, Beyonce still having movies played in Israel and touring in Israel, they're Republican. When somebody's whole persona is just not giving a fuck about you, they sound like a government official. And when you start to reframe your mind that way, you realize, oh, okay, rich people are all the same, truly. And again, I can't stress this enough, most of them are Republican. You don't have to say I'm a Republican a million times like Nicki Minaj has to be confirmed to be a Republican, right? Your inaction on world issues, that determines your political stance. You willing to sell out for money, especially when it's for a political statement, that's a choice. When you decide to not talk about Palestine, that's a choice. When you decide not to talk about the working class, other than make profits off of them, I'm looking at you, Beyonce, would break my soul. It just proves you don't care. You don't care. And the reason why I bring this up, like celebrities being Republican, despite the two-party system being the same, is because when you reframe your mind, you also understand many celebrities are just puppets for the government. Many of them. Ever since I found out Katy Perry did a collaboration with the United States military, my brain has changed forever. Truly. This is from 2012. It's nothing new. But it made me realize celebrities just as a whole are just political statements. Those political statements being, I'm richer than you, please follow this celebrity, please follow this government official, and please follow this movement. Like when Lady Gaga performed for Biden when he was inaugurated, but she can't have a statement on Palestine while Biden is doing stuff to Palestine. Clear as day. Again, just it clears your mind. There's so many examples of this, it's actually insane. I can't even count them all in this video. So I don't think it's very progressive to just ignore issues. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think it's very leftist, communist, or anything to ignore issues that plague the whole world. Celebrities uphold that, and they're running out of money. So they're gonna start getting really political soon if they haven't already.
I feel like in the next couple of years, life is going to be very interesting, if not now. Because it's not just celebrities that are going broke, but it's an entire system. Their countries are going broke, their companies are going broke, the individual people are going broke. Mainly because of greedy people who cannot see themselves living, sharing money, and sharing resources. The entire system has been built upon lies and other lies. What happens when you cannot really get your resources for free like you used to? What happens when those people who have ownership on those resources that you take for free, by the way, start claiming them? The people are saying, you know what, we see what you're doing, we really don't want that. What happens when things don't really work out your way? What happens when you don't have that much control as you used to? I mean, I remember back in the early 90s when they were really established, you know? And you can see like everything was really falling into their place. Every country they colonized was aligning in place. Like everything was set up. And everyone else just fell in line because they did not want to be unalived, right? And everyone did what they were supposed to do. The Africans gave their resources, they even gave free labor, and they went and manufactured and built their countries off of stolen goods. Then they went into these corporations because, you know, they needed to launder money, so they built all these companies. Also building them in Africa as well, getting artists to sign in their labels, getting businesses to open up and sell goods. So we're witnessing the downfall of that, getting to the root problem that we were never in a secure system because of these greedy people. So now you witness one puzzle of it. And I feel like it's also a manipulator kind of situation where they are owners because they've sold themselves to their contracts that they've signed, which they call soul. For a long time, I could not understand the metaphor from the word soul, but it's a contract. Soul is the contract that you give your life away by signing a contract that these labels hold on to. Now, that's by the way. So now, because you've given them access, you've given them money, you've given them ownership over your life, you cannot speak about certain things because they don't want you to do that. You cannot do certain things because obviously they don't want you to do that. You are also entitled to the money that they give you, but they give it on borrowed time. They give you that money on borrowed time. You have to continuously pay them. You never stop paying them. And that's amazing. That's a really interesting concept to think about. Like Beyonce giving us the good girl image while she is a capitalist. And also Nicki going on Nicki, she is not really taking this thing very well. She's not. It's really affecting her. And they're trying to show her that. They're trying to mess with her. And I don't even know if I should feel sorry for her because of the situations that she deliberately puts herself in because she wants money. I cannot forget the times where she used to say, oh, well, out with Kim, in with the new, Nicki Minaj. That kind of vibe. And today is her. Literally willing to do just about anything, even trolling on TikTok, trolling other celebrities just to stay relevant so that people can talk about her. And even the talking, she did not care what people said about her as long as people were talking about her. She did not care. She was willing to go down that low just to get people to notice her. And it goes back to the boss man trying to differentiate between the owned and those who are the actual owners of the owned. Do you get what I'm saying, guys, with this? I feel like it's a flex on them. Like when the models were like, went back in the days, we had things like supermodels. And we did not really talk about the designers. Now, the designers who were designing those clothes, they were like, no, 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 no. We don't really want supermodels to be talked about, which the designers were men, by the way. They were like, we want to be talked about us. We don't want the supermodels to get all the attention. We want to reflect on us. So they created all those bot-like models that just don't smile, don't do anything. They just walk in straight line and you see the clothes. And at the end of the reel comes this designer and be like, oh, this is my clothes. This is me. I created them. I'm the owner. I'm the owner of the dresses and they are just wearing them. And it's the same thing with music as well. I'm the owner and they belong to me. Same thing with the countries. I'm the owner and they belong to me. So what happens when the owned are saying, actually, I am the owner? What happens? The supermodel turns back and fights the designer and say, you know what? You need me. You need me. Because without me, you're gonna crash. And this is exactly what happened to the model industry. It crashed. It crashed over greedy people. It crashed over greedy people. People who just do not want to share money. People who are selfish. But again, what do you expect from a system that is built off stealing, lies, manipulation, narcissism? Like, what do you expect from that kind of system? Even the religions that we worship are just from our need of acceptance, the desperate need to be accepted in the system, the desperate need to be acknowledged. We cannot see life outside of this body. And we're witnessing that. And it's just sad. It's really sad to witness that. We're going to see in the next coming years how desperate people are willing to go. And I hope this comes back in the future. And I'll be like, guys, I told you. We're going to see. This is just the beginning. I hope it doesn't get to the likes of Beyonce with a private image and the good girl image. I'm really curious, to see how far she's willing to go for money. Or rather yet, her husband, because she keeps on chasing the bee. Oh, let me not forget about the other bee. And she's like, hey, like, how far are they willing to go? And she goes on to say something very interesting, and I'm going to edit right here. Now, if you've made it this far, please like the video. Shows the algorithm that you enjoy my video. And tell me what you think in general. I want to hear your perspective. I really want to hear it. Now, let's watch the next part, because this part...
I'm making this video to say two things. One, I want to talk about how capitalism comes for everybody, no matter how rich you are. And two, I'm going to give way more examples of celebrities, because many people in my comments were saying so many other collaborations and stuff I just wasn't aware of. But yeah, with my first point, most celebrities live way above their means, right? Because they think they have endless cash flow. The multiple mansions, the multiple cars, the personal chefs, shopping at celebrity grocery stores, which have insane prices specifically to keep people like us out. All of this stuff, right? It makes celebrities feel unstoppable, and it makes them believe they are unstoppable. But of course, capitalism comes for all of us. And I think the people who are getting affected really badly, and nobody's talking about it, is these rich people who live way above their means. I don't feel bad for them, by the way. But like in the example of Oprah, who's a billionaire, who owns land in Maui, who has a television network, who had a show, multiple books, multiple movies, you would think this woman is unstoppable, right? But of course, living a really famous lifestyle costs a lot of money. A lot of money. So when Oprah gets a bill saying that something costs like $3 million, this is just an example, and she's no longer making $3 million because nobody cares about her because, again, she owns land in Maui, that's kind of whack. She's not going to be able to pay it. She's just not going to be able to, or there will be a day where these funds dry up. And since, most millionaires and billionaires have never struggled a day in their life, or they have completely abandoned their past, their communities, etc., they're going to get really desperate. And the first thing all of these celebrities do, they turn to advertising, commercials, collaborations. This also applies to companies too. I'm going to give you many examples moving forward. But just know, when you see an increase in collabs and commercials, it's not because all these opportunities are there and these celebrities are taking them. They're desperate and have to take anything they can to stay afloat. Firstly, the Nicki Minaj Call of Duty collab. One, I want you to know, Nicki Minaj is struggling financially. I truly believe that in my heart of hearts, despite what these barbs might say. And two, the Call of Duty company is also struggling, Activision Blizzard. Every year since 2003, there's been a new Call of Duty game in some way, shape, or form. Call of Duty has only won 2 game awards. And get this, it was in 2003 and 2004. So it's safe to say the franchise itself is also struggling really badly. Last year, Activision Blizzard laid off 2,000 employees, and their newest game, for lack of a better word, is not doing numbers at all. So what did Call of Duty believe could save their sinking ship? A sinking celebrity, Nicki Minaj. And that was born, The Ed Sheeran Fortnite collaboration. My girlfriend and I attended this Ed Sheeran concert. It's really bad. It was awful. But it was Ed Sheeran at iHeartland in Fortnite. Now, I'm not sure if you know, but radio as a whole is dying. So they're kind of clinging on to strings now. And this is an opinion. I don't think Ed Sheeran has been relevant ever. And although Fortnite is popping off financially, last year, Epic Games laid off 16% of their employees, which is about 800 people. And Epic Games owes Apple $73 million. So a lot more ships are sinking financially, so what are they going to do? They're all going to collaborate together, This is also true for The Weeknd in Fortnite, most celebrities in Fortnite, to be honest. This is true about Lego being in Fortnite, because we know Lego supports Israel, so they're kind of sinking under. Doja Cat's music being in Fortnite, because again, she's sinking under because she's a Yahtzee. Endless list. Just know, if you log into Fortnite, you see a celebrity, 9 times out of 10, they are struggling financially. Also, another thing, charging $5 for a song in Fortnite is crazy. That's crazy. That's what they're doing right now to make their money back. There's also Kylie Jenner promoting a match and merge game, aka a Candy Crush clone. Kylie Jenner? You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling you. These people are struggling. Who on earth plays Candy Crush? And not even Candy Crush, but a Candy Crush clone. This is desperation. Zoe Saldana promoting the iPhone 15 for a T-Mobile commercial. We're not buying new iPhones because we're boycotting. We're boycotting in solidarity with the Democratic Republic of Congo. But desperation, honey. She could buy 1 million of these fucking phones. But she's doing an ad. She's doing an ad for this phone. And apparently it flopped. The infamous Nicole Kidman AMC ad. Physical movie theaters are kind of going out of style. So you just know they're going to be clinging on to any celebrity. And since celebrities are also going out of style, they're clinging on to each other for dear life as the ship sinks. Kevin Hart and these Chase Freedom ads. For the Chase card. These have been happening for 3 years straight uninterrupted. It's actually crazy. And again, you have to keep asking yourself, is this just, the epitome of success? Or is this an actual crisis, I need money move? You know what I mean? And it's so obvious. Kevin Hart also recently did an ad for DraftKings, which is very literally just sports betting and gambling. Wild. A really notorious one is State Farm commercials. Most recently, Jimmy Fallon and Ludacris made a commercial with State Farm. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you. People who are well off do not make this many commercials in such a little span of time. Keke Palmer doing the YouTuber HelloFresh ads. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. I firmly believe HelloFresh is a scam just by how many people have advertisements about them on YouTube. Then seeing Keke Palmer make an ad for HelloFresh. You could feel the pockets. You can feel them. Also, another side note, YouTubers and ads are just as bad. When you see somebody doing like a Manscaped ad, a Raid Shadow Legends ad, HelloFresh ad, Blue Apron ad, and the endless slew of ads that all YouTubers do, one, they did it for a paycheck. Two, that company that they're partnering with is typically really, really desperate. Don't forget, YouTubers are celebrities too. And their silence on Palestine is uncanny, but they can sure enough do another HelloFresh ad like Keke Palmer. You know what I mean? Another celebrity who is in every ad under the sun, Snoop Dogg. At first it was funny, at first it was cute, but Snoop Dogg is like in every ad for every company. Last year I bought a lighter that had Snoop Dogg on it. I didn't even buy it because it had Snoop Dogg on it, I just needed a lighter. It's like safe to say all of these celebrities are washed. All of them. They're not even doing amazing things. Most of them have completely given up their careers to make ads and commercials. Because apparently it's more profitable just to do commercials now. But notice what I just said. It's more profitable to do commercials now. That means that they are lacking profit somewhere. You know what I mean? Last thing I want to touch on in this video, the actual companies that are also desperate doing the exact same thing. In the gaming world, I personally call them playable ads. But these are when giant businesses partner with giant businesses to try to make a point and a statement to be like, hey, this cool new awesome thing is happening. But in reality, they're desperate. Did you guys even know there was a Verizon 5G Super Bowl stadium in Fortnite? That's like a crazy sentence to say out loud. But yeah, like Balenciaga had a Fortnite event. Jimmy Fallon, again, had a collaboration with Fortnite, including NBC and Samsung in this one. And only up Chunky Campbell's Fortnite mode. Why on earth is a food company partnering with Fortnite? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, they are desperate for money. And you got to keep in mind, remember, Fortnite is also desperate for money. So this is why this stuff just keeps getting cranked in over and over and over again. But they're all playable ads. And that's just that. They're advertisements. Marriott Hotels had a metaverse experience inside of Fortnite. There's Vans World inside of Roblox. The artist Poppy, notorious for selling NFTs, had a listening party in Roblox. This is just like Nicki Minaj, who had a party in Roblox. Walmart has a playable Roblox mode. Gucci had a playable Roblox mode, but they removed it. Ralph Lauren has both a Roblox and Fortnite mode. Nike and Roblox. Again, like, it's actually endless how many companies are collaborating with other companies. But it all starts to make sense once you realize they're broke. Once you realize that they're broke, it makes perfect sense. This also applies for the Apex Legends Final Fantasy collaboration. If you didn't know, Square Enix is trying to sell NFTs. All of their recent products have all flopped. So they're desperate. And just like Apex Legends, who is also doing the exact same thing, what did they do? They partnered together. They are charging $360 per player to get a death box. Very literally, when you die, there will be a box and it has a wing on it. That wing costs $360 each. This video is already 10 minutes, but last point. All of these brand deals I just mentioned, celebrities don't openly support Palestine because they want to keep them. These brands are underwater, these celebrities are underwater, and supporting isn't real also is another way to make money, which is gross no matter how you think about it.